Make time to burn. What's that? Make time to burn. Hello fellow cigar lovers, it's Tim here again. Welcome to Cigarsindia.in, India's largest and most trusted online retailer of premium cigars. Today I'll be reviewing the Torano Virtuoso, and just out of interest, that make time to burn is their motto. So sexy motto, and what we have here is a sexy box as well. Let's hope that the cigar matches the appearance of this. Really good construction on this. Today I'll be reviewing the Virtuoso Encore, which is a Robusto, and it's 52 ring gauge by 4 3/4 inches in length. This is the box it comes in. The quality of this is just amazing. I really hope that the cigar matches this, because this is an exceptional box. Let me just get it closer to the camera. The attention to detail on this is beautiful. If you actually look at the wrapper as well, the cover paper on this, it looks like a spider's web. Just remarkable, beautiful. And this is how they come in the box. So there's a really nice attention to detail with this brand. And again, I'll be looking forward to trying one of these out and giving my views on it. So it comes in a cellophane wrapper. And it's a very dark and rich looking smoke. The appearance is a bit rustic. I know other reviewers have said that it's a bit veiny and it's a bit bumpy, and it looks very rustic. But here it's not too bad. I mean, I've seen far veinier cigars and far bumpier cigars than this, so it's not too bad in that front. The construction is nice. It's quite firm. I'm just trying to gauge whether there might be any problems or issues with drawing the smoke from the cigar. I don't think so. It also, from a distance, looks quite moist, but feeling it and touching it, not so. It is a bit rough, but not too bad. There's a slight tangy smell to it, but it smells earthy. And it just looks and also smells like you'd expect dark chocolate to look and smell. So I'm expecting something kind of rich, something perhaps a bit tangy, something quite earthy as well. The interesting thing about this cigar, the Torano, is that for the company it has a number of firsts. It's the first proprietary blend leaf that they actually have. The leaf itself, the filler is from, it's actually a combination. It's a combination of Nicaraguan leaf, Honduran leaf, and quite interestingly, Panamanian leaf from Panama. And generally they say that it's a bit of an art to actually roll Panama leaf. So let's hope these guys have got it spot on. In terms of the binder, it's actually Honduran, and the filler is Nicaraguan sun-grown. So that's what gives it that color, and I suspect that's what would give it its sweetness and its richness. So let me just cut it. I'm getting a hint of spice on the lips. I'm getting sweetness, I'm getting chocolate, bitter chocolate though. That kind of sweetness, not the overtly sugary kind of sweetness. I'm getting that earthy quality coming through it again. So light this up. Interesting. The ash actually at the foot of the cigar is not typically white that you'd find with non-Cuban cigars. It's actually quite dark. And just give it some time for it to settle in and see how that color changes. It's certainly easy to light. There's a nice full plume of smoke. The flavor is rich. I'm not getting any peppery quality out of it at the moment. However, I am getting a lot of dark roasted coffee. It's not sweet, so when I say chocolate, I was kind of right when I first tried it. I was expecting dark, bitter chocolate, and that's what I'm getting. The finish is a bit dry, and there's just a hint of pepper coming through. When I let this settle in a bit, it's a bit warm, but then I've been aggressively puffing it away on it, so let it just cool down for a bit. I'll just give you a bit of a background on the company itself. They've not been, well, they have been around from about the turn of the 19th century in terms of cigar manufacture and production, specifically managing plantations. From what I've carried out in research, the family have been there from about the third or fourth generation and originally emigrated from Cuba. From 1916 they were managing plantations in Cuba, and now they've actually expanded that to countries in Nicaragua, in Mexico and Ecuador. There's a certain aromatic quality coming out of this. It's not on the smoke itself, but actually a residue which is actually in the mouth after you've had a good puff, and just as you're expelling it, there's something quite flavorful. It's actually spicy, but not peppery spice, or not any other kind of spice. It's actually just like another, hard to identify. I'll get back to you in the next stage, guys. I'll let it settle in some more and just try and identify that spice which I'm trying to, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't get it. It's not a harsh spice, it's not a pungent spice, it's not peppery, it's not like chili peppers or anything, but it's like a condiment which gives that extra richness. But I'll get back to you shortly, guys. Hi guys, welcome back. We've gone more than halfway through it, and it's an interesting smoke actually, because one of our colleagues just tried one, and he's a slow smoker. I'd say conservatively, you could say medium smoker, medium pace. So he's takes his time smoking it. I'm a very fast smoker. I like to puff away on it aggressively. The interesting thing about this smoke is he got some different flavor profiles from the flavor profile that I'm getting from it. He detected a lot of chocolate, a lot of sweetness. Now, I just shared this with a friend, and we were just trying to identify that spicy quality or that extra condiment. I don't know, it's hard to describe that, you know, we could put a finger to it. And the closest approximation was, from his side, he said it was very zesty, very citrusy. I got something more, a bit punchier, something like ginger, just as a hint, as an aftertaste. In terms of the plume of smoke that comes through, it's very, if you can imagine it, toasted chocolate. It's burnt chocolate, dark, kind of bitterish chocolate, but chocolate nevertheless. It's there's not very much sweetness in it, and it has a very interesting, it has a really nice aroma to it. Again, this is one of those cigars I'd say you'd happily share this with your friend, because not only will you enjoy it as you're puffing away on it, but if you share it with your friend and he or she puffs away on it, just inhale that smoke. It's just wonderful. You just get that chocolate and richness coming through the smoke. It's quite a find actually, this brand. Now, what would accompany this? This really wouldn't go with anything really alcoholic, either wines or spirits. It's definitely not beers. Beverages, I think a nice coffee, milk coffee, a latte or a mocha, something like that. That would just enhance both actually, the coffee and the cigar. You just bring the sweetness and the richness out in the cigar, and I'm sure that this cigar will bring some strength and some backbone to the coffee that you're having. This, I would say, for the price point, is between 650 to 750 rupees, which is a very reasonable price, but it punches above its weight. I think it is in there with the premium cigars in terms of price, and you can't really go wrong with this. Okay, it's slightly unburnt a bit here, but I'm sure it will actually settle down quite nicely. Again, the ash, it's not as white as I would expect from the non-Cuban varieties. So I'd just like to see what they've actually done with the soil on the various plantations to actually bring this leaf about. And there's only a faint hint of pepper coming through it. Let this get to the final stage and get back to you. Hi guys, welcome back to this final section. We just stepped out for a short while to enjoy the smoke in a different outside environment, and as I stepped back into the tasting room, I just noticed the aroma of chocolate, dark, rich chocolate, which is just permeating throughout this the room. It's just remarkable, it's just wonderful. This is proved to be a very good cigar. It's enjoyable. There's nothing harsh. I didn't detect any peppery quality to it. There was some tinge, as I said, probably something like ginger, a faint aftertaste, but that's gone. It's a very deep, rich, chocolatey kind of taste coming out. But make no mistake, it's dark and bitter chocolate. As I said, the price point is about 650 to 750 rupees. I think it punches well above its weight. Good for a nice daytime smoke. Having a nice chocolatey or coffee, mocha coffee, something like that, that would be really good with this. Just bring out all the best qualities of this, and you'd also enjoy the coffee, I think, as well. Certainly more. I'll just finish the review with this. It's a very good smoke. Punches above its weight. Don't be put off by its appearance. As I said, generally the view was that it's a bit rustic in appearance. And it smells tangy, but it doesn't have that when you actually go through the experience of smoking it itself. Very nice. If you like the review, please give it a thumbs up, and positive and constructive criticism most welcome. The guys are also on Facebook and Twitter. Please look them up. They've got their contact details there. If you want to order cigars or get any more information on that, they're more than helpful and are willing to actually guide you through the process. I'd also like to finish off by saying thanks to Prashant for coming over. He came all the way from Kolkata for other things, but he stopped off here, had a nice 2-hour cigar discussion about the intricacies and beauties of cigars and experiences, and that made it very worthwhile. So Prashant, if you're watching, thanks for coming over. We hope to see you again soon, and thanks for watching guys. Hope to see you again soon.